Hi everyone, so today we're going to get started on your bug painting. So I'm going to walk you through what you need to know. So before today, you guys worked on a color wheel and value scales. So the color wheel was to try to get you to learn how the colors work together to make other colors. And to get used to cleaning your paintbrush, making a workstation, and all that introductory stuff into painting. Then you went on to value scales. Now value scales introduced you a little bit more to acrylic paint and the thickness of the paint. And again, how to clean up, how to use the different shaped brushes and size of brushes, and just how to control it a little bit more. So now that you've done those two things, we're going to move on to your bug painting. So you should all have this handout in front of you. Now this is pretty simple. The rubric for the project is on the back, how you're going to get graded. And then the directions are here. Remember, right here, when you're all done painting, this is where you get your 3 pieces of feedback from students in the classroom. Right here is what you did with the feedback after you got something to fix, change, enhance, or improve. And then right here is your reflection. So we're going to move on. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to look through my pile of bugs or whatever it is that we're doing, and you're going to choose one today. Okay? Then after you choose one, you're going to get yourself a nice canvas board. Now this is real canvas cloth, just like they use on a any type of painting, but instead of putting it on a wooden frame, they just put it right onto this board. So make sure your name is on the back and get one of these wooden boards. So then the next thing you're going to do is follow these steps. So I'm going to walk you through real quick. So let's just say that this is going to be our end painting, all right? And looking at this, it's kind of overwhelming. Where do you even start? So the first thing that you're going to do with this wooden board is you're going to make a value scale or an ombre on the back. So you're going to remember back to how you did your value scales here, and you're going to make a whole value scale, but covering the entire board. All right. Now you might make a value scale from here to here, but maybe you don't really like that. Maybe your value scale is going to go from here to here, or maybe from here to here. You don't have to do it from pure white to black like you had to practice on here. So you decide what ombre you're going to do, except you have to have that for your background. When that background is dry, you're going to, so let's pretend this is my dry painted background. I printed out wrong. It was supposed to be, see how this is dark and this gets light. So this is my background. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to look at this and you're going to simplify it as best as you can, and draw it. So as you can tell, this was simplified so much that all I have here are these basic outlines. That's all I want, okay? Then you're gonna go back in and you're gonna do what's called an underpainting. So an underpainting is the easiest part of this whole thing. You need to find colors that are not all the way dark, the darkest of that color or the lightest of the color. So for the yellow, you're going to pick the medium color and then do that as your underpainting. The red, the medium color, that's going to be your medium to light color, and that's going to be your underpainting. Okay, same with the green. So if I were to do my underpainting, it's going to pretty much just look like this, blobs. This is an underpainting. So I looked on here, my middle color was kind of like this pink color. So I don't care about anything else. I'm putting an underpainting. This is just your first layer. Okay, so underpainting of the yellow, underpainting of the green, and of the red, which comes out pink. Okay, that's it. That's all you have to do. No stressing out about details right now. On top of this underpainting, you're going to go in and you're going to start to actually put the details in. Okay, so now's the time where you're going to start to put the different values and start to mix the different colors. What you really have to remember is if you take color straight from the tube, it's kind of boring. Remember what you learned with your color wheel, okay? And always try to mix your color with another color, even if it's just a little bit, so it's not boring straight out of here, okay? And remember, I would rather it looks like a rainbow threw up on it than just boring colors of pure red. But you can tell here that this is not pure red. They're starting to put other colors and other values in here, okay? So they are just doing the ladybug. Look, no head, nothing, just pure layers, right? So here's a little bit more. So it went from this, sorry, it's hard for me to see the camera, to this, some more detail, right? Then now the ladybugs go from this to this. So you're finding what is the bottom color, the bottom layer of those ladybugs, and that's what you do first, right? And then you work your way up to the higher layers, the top layers of the colors. And eventually you can put like the black on, okay? And the same with the faces. So do the bottom layers first and then do your lighter highlights or glares afterwards. So now, after your ladybugs are done, you're gonna move on to this yellow flower. So the yellow flower, again, you start with the bottom layer and then you just work up with whatever comes next. So, and with the green. So we're starting to do the green here as well. So the top layer is going to look something like this. So do you see the difference between the two? So you're just building and building and building, okay? And then there's even a top layer, a higher layer on the green. They put these little white spikes on it. That is the very top layer. So you do not want to put the top layer on until the very end. So little tentacles or little feet. Do you see how they have the feet on the ladybugs now? Okay, so that was the very top layer for the ladybugs. All right, so you don't want to go in there right away and put feet and legs and tentacles and all that kind of stuff on right away. That's the very last top layer because it had to overlap to get on top of here. So you don't want to put this leg on top of here because you're going to end up painting on top of it with the yellow. So you have to, in your brain, in your head, figure out what is my bottom layer, okay? Bottom layer, right? And then start to build and build and build until you get to the top layer. All right, so how are you going to set this up? You're going to choose a bug, okay? And you're gonna fold it in half, okay? You're gonna fold it in half. This always helps get proportions somewhat correct. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes. So I'm going to take this and put it here, and I'm going to just, so this sheet of paper is approximately the size of this. We're just going to go with it, okay? So my crease that I just made is right here, right? So I'm going to mark this right here, and I'm going to push this up like here, and I'm going to mark it approximately where my crease is here. And then I'm going to mark my crease here, and that comes right here. This one comes out right here. So now, if I just eyeball that in, now I'm drawing darker. You guys should barely be able to see this line, all right? So everything that's in this box, I draw here, just the outlines. Remember, this image, it's falling out of my hand, right here. So that's what you do, okay? Just the outlines. So everything in this box goes here. Everything in this box here, this box here, and this box here. I don't know if you saw all that. Here, 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 and here, okay? But remember, you don't do this until you have the ombre. So first the ombre, then you come, fold it, get your 4 boxes, and then start to draw your basic outline on top of your ombre background. All right, so then at the end of the hour, you clean up, wash your paintbrushes with soap and water, and clean up your area, and that's it. Good luck with everything.